Howdy. So now I'm in my really slow cool down phase. So basically I've only got just a few minutes before I completely stop. So I'm really super slow. And the thing with this program is that the warm up and the cool down is probably one of the most critical parts. And I thought I should explain that to you, because if you're inspired to perhaps do something like this, when you're working out to your heart rate zone, it doesn't have to be running. It can be cycling, it can be rowing, it can be swimming, it can be whatever sport, whatever activity that you like and you can sustain, and you have to sustain a certain number of period in optimum heart rate zones. And so there's your warm-up zone, which is going up, and then there's a little section which it's related to your age. Now, what I ought to do is actually, because I was given mine, and I'm not quite sure how to work it out, so I'll get back to you with the calculations. But basically my optimum heart rate zone for my aerobic capacity and like building my aerobic base is from 125 to 135 beats per minute, right? So that's my optimum. If I go over 135 beats per minute, I start going into an anaerobic zone. And what that means, just going to squeeze through here, is that basically I go into a different energy system. My body produces energy for the action, yeah? So it goes into an anaerobic system, which means that it uses a different form of energy, whereas when I'm in my aerobic zone, my body is actually using my fat storage for the energy. Now, there's a lot of arguments out there is that this is a really crap way for losing weight, blah, blah, blah. It depends what you're doing it for. What I'm doing is actually preparing a really strong, building a really strong aerobic foundation for an endurance event, right? So I'm doing this marathon, and so I need to really build my body. I'm going to go across, there's an oval here, right? So I'm actually going to do a bit of a funny thing right now. I'm going under. There we go. It's a bit fun. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I'm doing it. My goal isn't about losing weight. It's not about that. Although I imagine in the process I will, and I'll have to, because I don't want to be carrying all this excess luggage around in the marathon. So there's a bit of an inspiration there, but I've taken the focus off the losing of the weight. Now, I've done this because I know myself, right? And I know that I have this kickback reaction, something that's going on in there. And so I'm going, you know what, I'll cross that bridge. Let's just do it in building blocks. And so my first building block is about building my aerobic base. And that's by training certain periods of time within that 125 to 135 beats per minute. And then I have a warm up and a cool down. So the warm up means that I don't actually go into that zone. So I go up to 125, and then when I cool down, I come right back down. And the point of all that is that it's a very slow process. I don't just go whoosh. It's a very, very slow process to warm up and to cool down. And consequently, I haven't been getting aches and pains, and I haven't had sore knees, and I haven't had sore calves, and I haven't had tight butt or anything like that, because it's a really cool, clever program. So anyway, look, that's enough for me for now. I will tell you more about it as I go along, but I just thought I'd give you some snippets, and we'll use it as like layering effect, layering the information. So au revoir for now, gotta go, bye.